Good morning, Cyber friends. This the Midi Man coming at you again from Walker Studio back here, Studio B. And we like to say we give God all the praise and honor and the glory. Thanking Him for life, health, and strength. Feeling a little bit better than we did on last evening, y'all. I had to turn it in kind of early. Midi Man wasn't feeling his best on last evening, so I had to turn it in. That's the best thing for me to do. I found out that when I get the feeling like that, is to go ahead and lie down. And once I take a nap, I feel much better after I wake. So we thank God for the journey. Y'all see my title of the video this morning. It's kind of odd one, ain't it? Great grandkids. Well, people, you know I told y'all my story in my book. But for those of you that didn't read my book, I don't have any biological kids myself. But I know if I do have any in the world, God knows I don't know it. But I don't have any biological kids. But I do have, I don't like to call them step kids. I like to call them inherited kids. I got inherited children by marriage. And the great grand came by way of some of the grand. Now, if I'm not mistaken, y'all, like I say, if I'm not mistaken, I think that me and Bonnie, we got eight, about eight great grands right now. And I hope I'm getting the number right because some of them we don't see that regular. So I'm not really used to them and gotten to know them kids as well as others. But now my our first great grand that started the whole train is Rin Rin. That's how come y'all hear me talk about Rin Rin so much. That baby girl, I call her my baby girl as well. You know, she's the first great grand. She's the first one that we had a hand in helping raise. And we are crazy about Rin Rin. And like I said, she the one started the whole thing. She's the head leader of the whole great grand. She's the oldest of all the great grand. And then TJ, which is her brother. But then there's the others now. Those are Shamara, two babies. But now we got others. Like I said, Montel got Marjorie. She got her son, our grandson, Montel. He got a daughter named Aria. I think it's Ariel. I think I'm not for certain, but I do know it's a girl, and a beautiful girl. We crazy about her too. Then Eldred, his brother, Little Willie, we call him. He got two. He got Caleb, and I forget the little bit of boy name, y'all. I'm sorry, but like I said, we don't see them as much as we did Ren Ren and TJ. So therefore, we are more adept to them too. And matter of fact, let me see now. I want to make certain. Okay, that was Little Willie. He got two, the girl and the boy. All right, Don Janae, she doesn't have any kids yet. So that's another great. That's another grand that we are yet to have great grand by in the near future, as well as Niecy and Fat Cat. So that's three, and then Trail. That's another great grand that doesn't have kids. Okay, but now we got to go on down the line a little bit. We got Joe. I call him Joe, but his name Ryan. Ryan Arnett. Ryan's grandson. But we got Joe Etta. That's the one I named. That's the last of the bunch. She's the youngest of the great grands. Is Joe Etta. And y'all, we are crazy about those great grandkids. I know I am, and I know I can speak. I can speak that for Bonnie. I hope that I can speak that safely with Bonnie. But we are crazy about them grandkids. And Dun, which is Kim's son, that's our grandson. And Dun have a daughter. They call her Sugar Mama. I think that's what they call her, Sugar Mama. So in other words, it's a lot. We got about eight great grands, y'all, and they yet coming. And so children, y'all, are a gift that we have from God. And I like to see kids be treated rightly. And like I said, we got Joetta through by Socorro. And Socorro got two more children, uh, Dee Dee and Jayla. Sweet kids, very sweet kids. We crazy about them too. Too. They might have well said they inherited right on into this here great grand. They in the great grand category as well. So I don't know about anybody else, but that gives me enough joy right there to know I got all them great grands that I got a hand in trying to help teach them something, that to pass on something that I got to pass it on to them. And so, Mitty Man, I feel happy about that. I don't have any reason to sit around with a frown, even though I be accused of a lot of things. But one thing, I try to do something positive with these kids. I've always have, and I always will. Now, I don't see them like I want to them. I don't see them enough like I want to because they are in different places and they got their parents got lives and things they got to deal with, so they can't be around us 24/7. They can't do that, but we see them when we can. And like I said, y'all, the reason I talk about Ren Ren so is because Ren Ren was the first one. That's the baby that started it all, and she gonna always be close to this here boy heart right here. You can bet that. And little old TJ, he's a sweet little boy. He kind of mean, but he's sweet. He's sweet. But that's all that Ren Ren brother. But we Tyshawn Jr. He loves me to call him that, and he get to laughing and everything. And it's amazing how them kids can adapt to you so quickly. And though they really did. So that was just old Mitty Man take this morning. I come back to do that early this morning. Let y'all know that I am making good progress on my guitar. I'm sticking with it this time. And matter of fact, I'm learning things that I didn't learn the first time through because I was trying to go too fast. I wasn't getting the concepts. I was skipping over stuff. But this time, I'm taking my time and doing the thing the way I should do it. And believe you, I am really enjoying learning this guitar. This guitar, it's got a lot to it than I thought. Believe me. And I've always did love the sound of the guitar when it's somebody. Well, you just think about it. Anytime you got an artist that knows how to play his instrument, it's automatically gonna sound good. Whether it be a keyboard player, a guitar player, a flute, or a piccolo player, or jazz. A saxophone, whatever that instrument is. If you got somebody that really knows how to play it, it's gonna sound good. But now you put a saxophone in my hand, it's just a saxophone. Period. It just is a saxophone. I can't show you nothing on that. But now you put me on this keyboard back here, I might show you a few things. Nevertheless, we saying that we thank God for life, y'all. Life is very precious, y'all, because you only have one. And if you waste your time with a whole lot of foolishness in your life, you're going to find yourself at the end of your life regretting things that you could have been doing that you didn't do. I don't want to live my life like that and have regrets at the end. I want to do everything that I can do right now, even to these great grandkids I'm talking to y'all about. I want to be able to do certain things with each one of them. And I know it ain't going to be possible for me to do it with some of them, and I know that. But I'm going to do it with the one that I can. And like I said, Joe Etta is right here in front of me. I don't have no reason. All I got to do is tell her mama or her dad, Joe, I want to see the baby. And that's it. They'll bring her over here, see us, and we play with her. And she just grins. And she tried to take the letters off my T-shirt that I wear. Y'all know me. I'm big on T-shirts. Ask my buddy Jackie. She'll tell you I'm big on T-shirts. And Joella tried to take the letters off my T-shirt, so she loved to mess with that. So we just thank God for these great grands, y'all. And matter of fact, old Mitty Man thank God for life in itself. And we're going to get on about the business at hand. I thank God for my health being as well as it is. Thank God for my Cordelia Angels. I always have to mention them: Jessica, Aaron, Whitney, Karen, and Taylor. That was my Cordelia Angels. I thank y'all so much, and y'all have been such a great asset to me. And believe me, I would never forget y'all ladies. I would never forget you. Believe that. Y'all always have a special place right here because y'all have treated me so well, and I mean that. Matter of fact, I want to give a whole big shout out to Cribbs County, period, because even at the hospital where I had my surgery done, Dr. Culpepper, thank you so much. You really fixed my foot. You fixed it up. They thought that I was going to lose my foot, y'all. And it's just according to these medical professionals that work with me, even from Dr. Fuller in Tipton in the Tip Regional Hospital. They got me down there first. They got me prepared to go back to Chris and they finished up at what they are doing up to this point. And I tell you, my Cordelia Angels have been amazing. I mean, straight amazing. God bless y'all, Jessica, Aaron, Whitney, Karen, and Taylor. I call y'all all by name because I want you to know each of you individually. Oh, this old boy, Ernest J. Walker, Mitty Man, y'all, or Junior Walker. All of them is mean me. You might see that on the net. You might see all of them names, but all of them refers to this boy right here. So we're saying to you, thank you so much. We love you, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. So with that being said, this Mitty Man saying, whatever you get into, if God is not in it, please come out of it, because it's going to come to nothing, y'all. Believe it. To the next video, next Bible study, whichever comes first. This is Mitty Man saying peace and good morning.